everybody. How is everybody doing today? Whoop, whoop. The show is back on, people. We are so excited. Yay. As you can see, two faces, the regular faces of the Momentum Tribe Mojo Show. For some of you who probably did not notice, we were gone. We were gone the entire of July because we took
We
some
were.
time off, right? Because we wanted to recalibrate. We wanted to make sure that we're bringing you great content, a great show, so that you can always come back and be a part of our tribe and also watch our shows and then have fun in additional to learning, right? So for some of you who probably have, this is your first time, or if you're watching this on replay, welcome to the Momentum Tribe Mojo Show. Our show is powered by the Momentum Tribe. If you've never heard of us, we're all about helping you create unstoppable and profitable momentum so that you can grow your business. In addition to that, this show, we help you achieve breakthroughs in mindset, marketing, management, and money. And today we've got a great topic. But before we go on to let's get a quick intro. And here's Kim.
Hi, everyone. Kim Kasparian, known as Success Genie. I work with successful people creating breakthroughs with mindset, marketing, money, and management. And our motto is success is your birthright. Even if you're having a crazy day, you should feel like you are successful. And if it's not happening on the level that you desire, you come talk to me and we get it rocking, because what you ask for, you should be able to receive right away.
Boom. Boom, 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 right? So for some of you who probably have seen me around the live streaming world, I am Zafzan, Chief Flight Officer here at entrepreneurs@soar.com or zafzan.live. I'm here twice a week. This is my new schedule. Starting off August 2016, I have a new schedule. Instead of 3 shows a week, I've cut it back down to 2 shows a week because I'm doing much more great things. So I have the time to do much more great things, right, Kim? And one of the things is
Absolutely.
actually, powering our tribe and powering up all the show. There's a lot of great things coming, people. For some of you who are brand new to the show, welcome. For just a quick intro, I work with business coaches, professional consultants, helping you all, accelerate relationships, create more opportunities using live videos. That explains why I'm here twice a week, right? So today in this show, we're going to talk about the money mindset. I love this topic because, the money mindset is always important because we all need to be in business to make money, right? So I kind of titled it, so that it makes your bank account happy. We all like bank account happy, right, Kim?
We like happy, yes, we like happy bank accounts, absolutely.
So just a quick intro for some of you who are watching this on replay, or even if you're in the live chat, be sure to come in and say hello to us. Just a few things have changed and what to expect. And if you're watching there on Blab, you probably would not be able to hear. Just come on into that link and join us right here on Crowdcast. So if for some of you who are in the live chat, or if you come back to watch the replay, at the bottom of where Kim and I are in the box, right underneath there's a what we call the question and topics section. I'm going to share my screen so you can take a look at what it is so that you know where to go when you come back. So with the, let me just show this. Might just turn a little bit. So this is the section where you have the questions and topics. You can send your questions and topics ahead of time, folks. And this is what we're going to do today. We're going to start answering some of these questions that people have sent ahead of time, right? Hopefully, we get that to those questions in time, and then when you come back, instead of watching the entire show 60 minutes, if you only have 15 minutes or so, you can specifically click on that question and click on where it says view answer, and you can just watch that particular segment, so you don't have to watch that show. Isn't that cool, Kim? Because
I think that's cool.
right?
I think that's very cool.
Because it's
Yeah,
we
we're all
this
starved for minutes, and we're all everyone's trying to,
0
everyone
to
wants
10
that
seconds.
minute of our day, so
Under
good.
10 seconds attention span, right, people? So just let's just get started into this topic. So today's topic, Kim and I was talking, how can we start this fourth quarter? What is on everybody's heads and minds going into the fourth quarter? We talked about this like before we went off in July, but we thought, coming back strong on the topic of money will be awesome because, the fourth quarter, right, Kim, things go really fast. They fly.
Very fast, very
And then
fast.
before
Yeah,
you know
you
it,
go out of summer and boom, like before you know it, it's the end of the year.
and then you go like, wait, I didn't have time to plan to make the money that I wanted to do for the fourth quarter. So folks, that's the reason why we're talking about this today. So before we get started, I'm going to click on question number one, and we'll start answering that question, which is, what is money mindset and why is it important? So let's get that addressed. What is money mindset, Kim, and why is it important? You're the gal on this money mindset because I know you talk a lot about having the right mindset. When it comes to money, you have the right mindset.
Yeah. So why is money mindset important? Because we as Americans, I can't speak as confidently around the globe. Zeph, you probably could, but in my experience, especially being on the East Coast, New York, near New York, everything we do is about money. Our whole day revolves around money. Do we have enough? Who are we going to pay? How am I going to make it? Oh my God. And you find yourself measuring your worth and your success as a person against what you have or you don't have in your pocketbook. And here's the truth. Everyone needs money, right? Where money is needed, there is no substitute. But why is it that some people seem to attract money and other really good people can't seem to keep 2 nickels long enough to make a dime? And I get asked that a lot. When people come to me, one of the first pains they're in when they come to me as a business coach is, Kim, I'm not making enough money. I've had millionaires come to me, multimillionaires going, I'm not making enough. And I'm like, really? When is enough? So, but, or I make a lot of money, but I don't know where it goes. I make a lot of money. I made a lot of money since I was 12 years old, but
right.
I'm saving it, not so much. So, and always feeling like, and to give you an example, why money mindset is so important. Money mindset, if you really desire to have money or have an affluent life or have an abundant life and never have to worry about money, you have to start here. And I'll give you a very visceral example. This was a few years back. We had been through a lot financially. We were in a whole bunch of drama, but okay. So it was actually, I was doing really well, but I woke up convinced that my checkbook was overdrawn, that I had no money. Like, oh my God, like I have no money, to the point where I was having like heart palpitations, thinking, oh my God, I'm such a loser. I've screwed up. How does this happen? And then I go, okay, I'm going to go into the checkbook and go look online. And I had over $20,000 in the checkbook. Okay. And here my reaction, my visceral experience was like the embezzlement all over again when I really had no money. And I was like, you little stinker, you robbed my joy, you robbed my peace, and you robbed my joy. So that's when I learned it's not about what you have. I had $20,000 in the bank, very happy bank account. Yeah. But I was not happy. Okay. And this is why it's one of the mistakes people make, and I'll bring it up early. People always say, Kim, I'll feel that way when I make more money, or I'll make that change when I have money. No, you won't. No, you won't. So one of the things I learned, and then I went after the embezzlement, what any reasonable woman would do. I took my American Express card and spent $10,000, went across the country to go spend time with millionaires, because I was like, and everyone's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm getting my money back, and it's a mindset. And everyone here is like doom and gloom, and I don't need that. I got enough inside. So hubby and I, instead of going on a honeymoon, we're going to learn, how do we recreate money? Because I knew it was possible. Right. But I also knew I was so afraid. I was so betrayed that I knew my magnet wasn't working so well. And I had been taken so far out of my comfort zone. Yeah, I've lost thousands here, thousands there. Millions, no. That was an experience for me, So I needed to be around people who would go, no problem, babes, let's go. And that's where I've always had the money mindset, but that's when I committed to, where am I not in the money mindset? And I spent the past 10 years recreating that mindset. So if you desire to enjoy your life, to feel secure, have money, whatever, you want to feel excitement. Some people want to feel money makes them feel secure. Sometimes money makes you feel powerful. For some people, it means fun. For me, money means fun. If you desire that experience, then you have to have a money mindset, because without the money mindset, you won't connect to that top desire that you have, whether it's to feel secure, leave behind things for your children, fun, power, whatever. It just doesn't work. So I come from a middle-class family, middle-class America. They tell you to work hard pays off. Not always. Not without your money mindset.
And I think the money mindset is really key. That's pretty much the base of everything that has to do with money. And, if we don't, and I think many, many people try to raise their kids as early as possible, but it doesn't often happen the way that we want it to be. So, we've had to learn it through the challenges that we go through with money in life. And you gave perfect examples as to, like, when you can't sleep, you're thinking, you're waking up in the middle of the night thinking, oh my God, I don't have money in the account, and then you realize you have money. It's just that we've been conditioned to have that sort of mindset. So in order for us to grow and keep on moving forward, we have to have a very specific mindset, especially if we're in business, because
Yes.
right, because it makes a whole lot of difference. So let me just put that done answering real quick, and we'll go to the second top question, which
Okay.
I think
I'm
is
watching you as you do it, Zeph, because I'm all new at this
yeah.
crowdcasting thing.
So the second question is, what is the mindset that we need to attract money and success in business? So
Okay.
addressing this question, which is, what is the mindset that we need to attract money and success in business? And I think many of us, like I mentioned earlier, probably learned earlier on in our lives that we probably brought it into our business, right? What about you? What's your thoughts on this? What do we need to attract money and success in
Okay.
business?
So this is where your beliefs have a lot to do with your success in business and your relationship with money.
Mm.
Everyone has personal beliefs. I have to do a whole class on that, but it is what it is. But when you come into business, you have to adopt, or you have to accept an understanding. Because I find a lot of small business owners, even bigger business owners, they get confused because of their personal beliefs about money. They think they treat their business like a ministry.
Give us an
Okay.
example of that.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, no, a lot of times, one of the biggest questions I have to tell my clients when they're not acting in integrity with their money or valuing their time, is, okay. And they go, well, the clients really couldn't afford it. I needed to help them, or, I can't charge that much. Oh, that would be ridiculous. And I say to them, with no judgment, are we running a business or a ministry? Either way is fine with me. I just need to know. And they're like, what do you mean? I said, well, a ministry, like my uncle is a very successful minister. He built his own church, right? But he did ministry, and he built it on, he didn't have a fee. If you needed his counseling, or him and his wife do counseling, Christian counseling on a very specific level,
Mm-hmm.
you would just give them what they call a love donation, whatever you felt his time was worth. And he would get anywhere from $100 to like $10,000.
Love donation. I love that.
Depending.
Hashtag love donation.
Yeah, no, he would call it a love donation. Like, I'm not going to charge you. Whatever your heart says you should give me, that's what I'll take, and I'll accept it gladly. He built a nice, simple living in Georgia doing that. Business is not like that. There's fees. There's time that you buy. There's things that you have to deliver. So a lot of times we come into business, but we treat it like a ministry, and that doesn't work. It's incongruent. Just like he would feel incongruent about saying it's $1,000 an hour for my time when he's trying to counsel people in need. A business has a structure, and you get paid to me, a successful business is where you get paid for your value. When I work with people, I don't sell my time.
Yep.
And I recommend, if you're in business, you don't sell your time. you sell your value.
It's so funny
So
that
that,
you mentioned
go
that
ahead, Zeph.
because sorry about that, but I just had to
No,
jump
no.
because I know you taught me this too, and I think in one of our brainstorming discussions I mentioned that because I see many people doing this. This is nothing wrong, folks, with you charging an hour if you're starting out. That's awesome.
Or
As
if
you
that's the way
would.
you feel that you want to do it, that's fine.
Right. And as you grow, I think you realize how important your 1 hour or even your 30 minutes is, right? And then, it's hard. And sometimes I'm being upfront with my clients. I said, if you want to work an hour with me, it's a lot of money. So I have programs that will allow you to work in a group so that you still get me, but you don't pay as much. And plus, I'm also teaching some of these business coaches and consultants not to really go by the hour because I feel, you,
It's limiting.
yes, it's
It's
so
limited. It's limiting. You
exactly,
really can, you can't,
exactly. You can only do so
yeah,
much, in an
yeah. And
hour.
we, yeah.
And,
And the, go ahead, Zeph.
when you do the one-on-one coaching especially, right, can you imagine if you have 5 people in a row? It's just like when you go like you're a massage therapist, right? You take an hour client every hour and then your energy gets depleted and you're going to do it over and over again. You're going to do the same thing if you get 10 people, 20 people in a call or whatever to have that session. But I just think, we as business coaches or mentors, however you want to call it, if you're especially in the consulting business or a service-based entrepreneur, you want to think about that because I know I've had to learn that, and I accomplished this year because I was like, I had a aha moment. I'm like, there's only one Zeph. I can't clone myself, right? But I can only do
No.
so much in an hour. So being present is also important. So yeah.
So the mindset with money is when you, if you limit, well, money is limitless.
Yeah.
Okay. And then people go, no, it's not. Yet Obama 8 years ago printed money out of nothing. So please, and all my economists are going, what if, but yeah, don't do the whole economy thing. I'm just telling you, money is always available. But when you create a time for money structure, you're limited.
Yeah.
At some point, you max out and you become a slave to the money because if you can't give the service, you can't collect the money.
Mm-hmm.
So then you're tied. And if something happens to you, like I have a friend who was just did an article, she's an accountant, was hit by a car. She was a pedestrian and got hit by a car. Her life happened. And it was like, what she learned about being tied to her business being, time for money. So no one ever wanted to be a slave to the money.
Mm-hmm.
We all came here to have a dream, to experience something before we leave this earth. So you want to create a business structure that can run without you. That's a real business. If you trade time for dollars, that's fine. You are not a business owner. I am not, you're not technically a business owner. I was not technically a business owner. You are a wonderful, successful, self-employed person. Nothing to be ashamed of. We rock. The goal is as quickly as you can, either to create an investment component, like take all your money and invest it and make that work for you,
Mm-hmm.
or build an actual business, not even brick and mortar, just a business structure that's scalable, that can grow as big as your dream can take you, that you can make money through your value, but not actually be there.
True.
Whether it's supporting other people to run your business, whether it's you duplicating yourself through products and group classes and all that wonderful, sexy stuff. But in order to do all that, you need to have the money mindset. So what is it? These are my basics. There's a lot more. I can talk 3 days on money. Just the first thing you need to know, if you want it to grow, it has to flow. If you want it to grow, it has to flow. My little savers, my little money hoarders,
I'm gonna
you're only
type this
doing
in.
that. You're only doing that because you're afraid, and you're living in a lie that there is not enough.
You say if you want to grow, money has to flow.
For money to grow, it has to flow.
Okay.
So this is tripping up my savers, my hoarders, my money hoarders. The ones who remember their first nickel, they still have their first nickel they made. In order for money to grow, it has to flow. And the reason why we don't let money go so it can flow and ebb and flow like a tide is because deep down, or maybe not so deep down, we're afraid there's not enough money.
Yeah.
And if you,
It's
yeah,
it's similar to
that's
the
a big one.
saying, isn't it? The one that says you have to spend money to make money. It's pretty much the same. Because I think for us business owners, because that mindset you talk about, because we feel like we're going to lose a lot of money. The thing is that I think everybody works so hard to get the money, and we hold on to our money for so
We
much.
don't know what to do with it.
Yes, we
We
don't
don't know
know
what to
what
do
to
with
do with
it.
it, and that's a lot of fear of risk. And in business, especially, if you don't take risks, you won't grow, right? Because it's either you make a mistake or you learn, and you learn from the mistake, or it's just another one of those ventures that you will eventually learn to do better. And just like the question here is, what is a mindset that we need to attract money? It's just like the law of attraction, right? If you
Right.
go in with a great attention to spend the money on something that maybe you can grow your business, then take all the effort to grow it. And I think many of us hold on to it too much, and we're afraid to spend because also the fear that
we
we
don't
have.
we don't think it's coming back. The
Yes.
truth is, the
Yes.
ugly truth is, we don't think it's coming back. And in our country, with all the I call it the critically negative news, is a channel, CNN, and any major news channel in the world is going to tell you we don't have enough. The world is going to hell.
Yes.
And it's a fear tactic because they know if you're afraid, you're going to stop asking. You're going to be like this, and you're just going to be you're going to stay in your little shell.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
and business owners, I think solopreneurs, we're brave because we don't go to work, and I totally support my corporate friends, family. I bow to you how you do it every week, and they make the sacrifice of being somewhere 8-10 hours a day for that security of a steady paycheck and their 401k and their vacation days, and they have a great lifestyle. They build a lifestyle around that. We fly without a net every day. It's like, okay, what am I going to create today? And we have no promise,
Hmm.
right? We have no guarantee, but we do because we know this: money flows.
Right.
And the question is, what mindset do we need to create to make sure it always flows to me?
Catherine here
So,
says
yeah.
critically negative nonsense.
Yes, 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 yes,
Hey,
Catherine,
Catherine, so
absolutely.
good to see you.
So
The
think of us, yeah, go ahead.
the other thing I think also part of what we're talking about, what is the mindset that we need to attract money and success in business, and I've heard you say this a lot, Kim, is the fact that we also need to drop some of this money mindset that we grew up with, because sometimes that money mindset in whatever culture,
It
whatever
blocks it. It
region,
blocks it.
right, that
Yeah.
limiting belief that you always say, like put the money under the pillow or put the money under the mattress kind of thing,
Or don't
right?
touch the money. It's no good.
Yeah,
Like, oh, don't,
it's that
you don't.
money mindset.
Yeah, no, well, it's all right. So here's a great thing, Zeph. So think about whatever you heard about money as a child, whatever you did. Money's great, money's awful, money's scarce, money's hard to find, whatever. You grew up with money, you love money, you trust money. That's the attitude that you're bringing into your adulthood.
Yep.
Okay. And for me, I loved money. I
We
took
all
care
do
of
love
money.
money.
I took care, but what I learned, no, what I learned is I didn't trust money. When I did my money story, money took my mother away from me. So
That's
I
the
was
other
I was
thing. Yeah.
angry at money.
The other
I
thing.
loved money, but I was angry.
Here's another
So
old belief, like you just said in the past, limiting beliefs. Oh, don't money is evil, the root of all
yeah,
evil. That's why many business owners, some of those old school ones, they think
hmm
about that. Oh, money is evil. It doesn't have to be, old schoolers. You see this quite
yeah,
often.
yeah,
Oh, money
yeah.
is the root
And
of
I
all
say, is a
evil.
hammer evil?
Yeah.
Is a hammer evil? If
Yeah.
I hit you in the head with it, yeah, maybe. But if I build a house, yeah. And you have to think, and it take to create a money mindset. It takes some reflection
Yeah.
because here's the truth about money: money always comes when it's needed.
Yes.
And I've been through a lot of life and through some horrific things. And I always worried about money my whole life. And it wasn't until the past like year or so I'm like, really? You've been around how long? And money always comes, and you've had some really dramatic money situations. So what's the drama, mama? Money always comes. And it was my journey of being able to trust that truth. So money is always available. Money always comes. If you need more of it, you need to have a gratitude. too many times we all focus on what we don't have. We focus on the missing zeros.
Right.
If you want to attract money, you need to bless and appreciate the zeros you got, even if it's only one. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Because here's law of physics. You can't create, matter is neither created nor destroyed. You need matter to create more matter.
Boom.
So boom. So if you only have dollar, you're in business.
Yes.
You can grow that.
Yes.
You can grow that.
Exactly.
And when you give gratitude, whatever you give gratitude for expands.
It's
So
true. You know, you talk about
Go ahead.
gratitude is the fact that I think sometimes we're not responding like we're in gratitude or we're feeling blessed with money, and that's why, you know, sometimes the energy is repelling the fact that we're
You're
not
not,
making
yeah,
money.
you're not congruent. You're
Yeah.
not congruent.
Yeah,
So
exactly. It's got a lot to do with in here, and I think, you know, the
all of
more
it,
fear,
all of it, Seth.
the
All
more
of it.
fear, right? You won't attract money if you have that fear. It's just a matter of like, okay, what can I do with this money? How can I invest? How I can move forward with maybe investing and maybe take a little bit risk. And I think in business is very important is those kind of mindsets that will really attract the
Yeah.
success with money in business.
So that brings number two. If you want to attract money or you want to grow your business, you need to know that there's always enough money, and more importantly, that you're enough to receive that money. A
Boom.
lot of times, boom. Yeah, the biggest problem with money, people who have money issues, they usually have issues with self-esteem
Yes.
or value. You're like, well, I value myself. Well, let's put it this way. If you've ever felt, I know I felt this way, it wasn't okay to make more money than my parents.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of felt, ooh, can I make more money than my parents? I don't know. You know, I love it. More money than my grandparents because, you know, that was like, they were like the top and we all revolved around them. So
Right.
could I really make more than them?
Yeah.
Do I deserve it? Like, can I charge what I charge?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, yes, you can.
Oh,
If you
that's a
can,
big
if you
talk
can
right
back
there.
up the value, and it doesn't matter. Another thing was like people say to me, "Well, you're not a millionaire. How can you teach millionaires?" Because I got something they don't.
That that brings us great into the segue of the third question. So I'm going to put this as done answering. So the third question talks about the most common mistake we all do. I will change my mindset and actions once I make more money. So we're addressing that right now. The biggest and common mistake we all make is I will change my mindset or actions once I make more money. And just like you said earlier, Kim, you know, we often say that, oh, you know, I'm going to do this when I make extra money. And to be honest, this week I've had one of those people. I just wanted to say, you know, I've learned from my predecessors or my other mentors, right? If you continue to have this mindset, I'm going to just do XYZ when I have, you know, or when I make more money. The thing is that we will never, if we continue with this mindset, we never will think we make
It's like
more
that.
money.
It's like that running man. It's like that running
It's
man.
like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
hamster, right? Running on the wheel and just you're running and you think, no, no more money. The thing is that if we have that mindset, how are we going to attract the other great stuff that we need to do?
You're not. Well,
Yeah.
you're not because you're telling the universe that you don't have enough, that you're not enough.
Mm-hmm.
So the switch on that is, what if what you were asking for was available for free?
Right.
What if? I'm not saying it is.
Mm-hmm.
What if? Because money is like a smoke screen. When people say it's about money, it's never about the money. At the end, it's always about the money, but at the end, it's really never about the money.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, whether or not you can afford it, do you need it? Because sometimes we get confused with what I want it, but do I need it?
Right.
You know, I want a lot of things, but do I need it? You know, meaning, does it put joy in my heart, or do I need it right now? Is it gonna affect my existence on this planet? But if you need it, like as a business owner, you're like, I really need an assistant, but I don't see how I can afford it. You need to focus on finding the assistant and trusting that whatever the price is for that assistant will come when you find the right assistant. What most people do is we won't even take action or even move forward because we don't have the money. Okay.
True.
Well, I won't even look because I don't have the money.
Yeah.
No, I love, and I teach all my business owners, window shopping is a business activity.
Yes, it's a dream building activity because, you know, in order
Yeah.
for you to this is one of the things that my mentor in the past business had taught us. People couldn't resonate with the term dream building, and they often take us out on a dream building, because once you dream build this, what happens is it activates your mind thinking, now how can I, what can I do to get here? Right? It's not
Yeah.
about being materialistic. It's not about being, oh, look at my car, look at my house. It's not
No.
about that. It's the journey. It's a process. It's like automatically, if you're a high performer, you automatically think like, okay, I really want this. Here's a great example, just like the Olympians, right? Because they're thinking like, how can I get this goal? They trained for years and years to get there. They trained their mind
With no
with
promise that
no
they're going to make the
promise.
Olympic
Exactly.
team.
Exactly. And I think that's exactly, you have to condition your mind so that you can be in that position. And you talked about this earlier, Kim, and I think for many business coaches or professional consultants who are starting out, the fear of like, the value. You talked about the value. We don't see the value. Oh, as we start out, I want to charge X amount of dollars per hour. And I don't know, because will people work with me, or will people actually buy my program?
Go get a client. Go get a free client. Go get somebody. That's what I'm saying. So go get, if you can't charge for it, go do it for free and get a testimonial. That
Correct.
testimonial
Right.
will bring you a paying client.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many
I
ways
like-
to get to where they need
I
to
li-
be.
I like your example about the Olympians. The Olympians don't wait 10 years and then say, oh, well, someone asked me to be on the Olympic team. I think I'll start training.
No, exactly. That doesn't happen that way, and that's the truth. And I think in evaluating ourselves, our own value, and here Catherine's saying nothing distracts them or convinces them otherwise. Correct. And she also says people are buying a feeling, not spending money. There you go. It's so true. It's true about can't really say that, because when I started out, of course, everybody started out that point of time. But as you get better, as you grow, you will realize if you don't condition your money mindset to say, you know what, I'm more than this XYZ, and therefore I can charge XYZ, making an affirmation of that money mindset, and it will come. And that goes to our second point just now. That is how you attract the money. And I'm going to tell you, this is a proven fact because it happened to me. And I just must say, for a long time also, I have, it's natural, it's just human. We all go through this. Questioning our value, but I've learned from this woman right here. I don't know where she is on your screen, but teaching me the fact that you have to value yourself and see yourself, do what your future self would thank you for. And I did, and it happened, and I was like, yeah, boom. And in order to do that, I had to screw up my money mindset. It has been a journey. It's awesome.
Money has to flow
Yeah.
in order for it to grow.
Boom.
And what you need to, boom. And a business money mindset is, if I give you $1, how many dollars can I expect back and how fast?
Yep. Exactly.
So it's not really an expense. And I'd even say to them, I like going things from like really big that are really obvious to the micro. I had a client who was a professional in transition, and she was unemployed for 11 months. She was a single mom. Ends were not meeting. And she really, like, she scraped money together just to come work with me. And I said to her, what would you be doing if you knew a job was coming? She said, oh, I'd be getting my outfits out. I'd probably buy a new skirt and a top. And I said, okay, go do that. She said, well, with money. I'm like, you get money every week, Tiff. I said, it's how you choose to use it is what's going to change your reality. I mean, yes, I know it's only this much and you're this much, but you need to choose what you're going to invest in, because you'll start to assess what has value in your life and can remember, money has to flow.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay. So she went out and did her little, shopping and did on a nice budget. She went to all her little places and got her skirt and all that. A week later, her job came, and it was more than what she was asking for. So I told her, I'm like, you can sit here and be afraid, which I know it's scary, and before the grace of God go I, that what you're doing is great. I said, but if you are not willing to take action on what you desire, and you don't believe it's coming, and you don't act accordingly, money can't save you, because with where you are, it's not enough. And I remember not understanding this until I made my first 100 grand. My first year I made 100 grand. And I was like, where did it go? Where the hell is it? I mean, I was like living on $2,000 a month. And I'm like, where did it go? And then I realized, oh, you can be rich. That, to me at the time, that was rich. I'm like, you can be rich and be broke, you know?
Yes.
And I'm like, mindset,
Yeah.
mindset.
Exactly. So that was, that's, yeah, addressing that, I will change my mindset or actions once I make more money. No, it doesn't happen like that. So, it's just like the diets also. I'll just buy that dress when when I go down that size of that dress. This is like, what? You work for it first.
No, you buy the dress and you put it on your
Yes, and you work
door,
for it.
and you look at it every
Exactly.
day, and you
Yes.
start doing things that are more congruent with that dress.
Exactly. That's
There you go.
number three. So Catherine saying money will never be enough until I believe that I can have my success.
Absolutely,
There you go.
absolutely. Because money, I don't know if it's an American thing. It might not be, but we all define ourselves by money, and money doesn't define us. Our value defines us, and we all have value. So when you can accept your value, and then you choose to share it
Mm-hmm.
often, okay, with a lot of people, that's how you make a lot of money. The more you share. So if you're not making enough money, I would say to you, why are you being so stingy with yourself? Because there's a lot of people out there who need what you have and what you have to offer, and you're being stingy. And that stinginess is reflecting in your bank account.
There you go.
So if you want your bank account to grow, get out there and again, don't worry about what you're charging right now. I mean, I'll give you an example. Last year, a coach that I had a consultation with, she's like, one of my programs that I was doing, she's like, you're charging way too low. She goes,
Mm,
you should be doubling that, if not
I know.
tripling that.
I know.
And I was like, you're right. You got a point. But I also was using it as my marketing program,
Yep.
as my way to have you take a test.
Yep.
And then if you liked it, and a lot of people would come into that program and stay every quarter for like years and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then this past January, I said, you know what? I'm not having fun teaching that program, and it's my signature program. It's what built me. It's how I tell everyone to do anything you want. Just follow this. But teaching it, and I love my peoples. Don't get me wrong. I love my peoples, but they started plateauing on me, and they weren't wanting to go as fast as I wanted to go, or maybe they weren't able. It wasn't their time.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm not having fun. And if Mama's not having fun, it's not getting done. And it was scary because that was my main pipeline. That was what everyone knows me as, and I could go out and get clients. And I made a conscious effort. Nope. And if I'm going to do it, not at that price. And I hadn't done any marketing, to change my direction. Well, that's why we're having the call. That's why Zeph and I are having this call. We've lived this. We've gone, oh God, it's new quarter, and I don't have any marketing in place. But yeah, the mortgage needs to be paid. Yeah. How's that going to work? And I just said, you know what? Yes, I had all those thoughts, but I'm like, nope. If it's not in my heart, I'm not doing it. I'll go wash floors. I don't care. And it opened up a whole new market of clients that are paying me more than triple. And they are thinking they're getting off cheap. Like,
Right.
oh my God, Kim, this is so great. You're transferring. And it's more, I'm really doing great work with them. It's exciting work, and it's bigger level. But sometimes I have to pinch myself. I'm like, holy crap, they're paying me this. And I look in the mirror and go, and you're worth it.
Catherine
Put in my pocket,
saying
and
you
you're
sound.
worth it.
Catherine saying you sound like my husband with the mortgage complaint. Love that, but that's the truth, and we just have to. Money will never be enough, and everybody.
But you're right. It'll never be. The point of these stories is to illuminate back to you, our listeners, that you are more than enough.
Yeah.
So the secret to receiving money is focus on your value that you're giving, and don't allow anyone to define your value. You might have clients saying, I work a lot with salespeople, and what I do is I reverse them because everyone wants to sell on price, and they get caught. That's the game. Then they get caught. And I say, no, we don't sell on price. We sell on value. What? well, no one will buy from me. I'm like, I have a whole career, 30-year career of yes, they will. I was always the more expensive option. But to pull that off, yes, you are all that in a bag of chips, Catherine. I love that saying. To pull that off, you need to know and stand in your greatness and be able to tell someone who's too scarcity minded to commit, because not because of you, but because of their own reasons, I can't help you. You're not ready for me.
Boom.
And when you can do that, you're going to see an immediate jump. Your bank account's going to start getting deposits and being very happy.
Boom. Oh my God, it's so awesome. Oops. It's I got music in the back, but it's so awesome to even get to see someone go through this money mindset questions and just walk them through like from not having a mindset about money to working a money mindset that will make them thrive in their business. For some of you folks who are here, I just want to say we have a new segment in the show and we're calling it Tribe Worthy News and Cues. Whoop whoop! So for the Tribe Worthy News and Cues, if you're new to the show, because we're doing this on Crowdcast, what we're able to do is actually do a poll, which is awesome because we would love for you to participate in the poll. Just tunneling there. If you look at the bottom of our box, there will be some tabs, and if you click on that tab right there that says polls, if you would be so kindly take the poll, it would help us to really learn about some of you guys out there who are watching our shows. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions here. You can just click, click, click. Just answer that and vote it. And we just want to know, do you work with an outside person to develop your money mindset and strategy? Who do you currently work with? If yes, how often do you build your mindset or review your strategy? There's answers there. Just go ahead and vote. That's one of the new things that we're doing. And the other thing, folks, because we're on Crowdcast, and if you notice also at the bottom, there is also the the share button. Be sure you share it out. If you've watched this on Blab before, you can just share it out and tweet it on Facebook, Twitter. Here, you not only can share it out on Facebook and Twitter, but you can also share it on Google Plus, and you can also email your peeps, which is really, really cool, right out from Crowdcast. And that's why I love Crowdcast. Anything else new we're talking about? Oh, we're talking about the Momentum Tribe. So people, if you're watching this on replay, whether you're in the live chat right now or you're watching this on replay, wherever it is, this show is being powered up by Momentum Tribe. What that really means is the fact that other than just me and Kim as the regular host and co-host, we would love to have Momentum Tribers come on our show, share your expertise on our show. Of course, you have to be in our tribe first. And if you look at the bottom of this square, there's this grid. I just activated our call to action button. You're like, oh, there's a call to action button. Yeah, Crowdcast has that. Whoop, whoop. It says join our tribe for extras, exclusives, and more tips. So click on that. Join our tribe, and we would love to share more tips post the show, because we can possibly get everything into 1 hour show because we want to do more. So join the tribe, click on that link. Even though you're on replay, you can still comment in the live chat, and you can also still send us questions right where you see that question button that says ask questions or suggest a topic. How cool is that, right? Always ability to ask questions. And of course, the show time, we've changed it to second and fourth Wednesdays because we're doing a lot more great things, more teaching this quarter. Because what we've learned for the show, right, Kim, we've seen many of our audience, not only they want to watch the show, but they also want more, which is more of a learning experience. So we
Yes.
will be creating some sort of a seminar down the line in the fall, because we really are invested in helping our tribe get ready for the fourth quarter, because that's the reason why we took some time off in July to recalibrate. Because we're saying, like, before we know it, the holidays here, and everybody's like, and especially with live videos, and this is my niche. I teach people how to get ready because they don't think about the marketing strategy until it's
No, it's
too
not
late,
natural. It's an acquired thing.
right?
You learn.
Just
Yeah,
like
you learn.
money
Yeah,
too,
some
they're
of us are
ready
born that way, coming out of the womb
last
doing it,
minute.
but the rest of us had to kind of get on the train. Yeah, I
I
get
don't
it.
know about coming out of the womb doing that, Kim, but
Yeah, well, so hey, there's some kid. My niece is a little was born out of the womb, marketing herself very nicely, but yeah, she's a little entrepreneur in the making. But yeah, no, it's not depending on where you grew up and where you come from. You don't know.
yeah,
Actually,
exactly.
marketing is a bad word.
There you go.
So
Catherine's like, yeah, I came out of the womb encouraging. Yeah, that's a great thing, Catherine. Do you want to come on screen, Catherine? Anybody in the live chat who wants to come on the live screen? Of course, the platform looks like a little weird because you're probably used to whatchamacallit, Blap. But I promise you, this is a much better platform.
yeah, if
But
I can do it, anybody can do it,
yeah, there
guys.
you
Just
go.
come on in. Yeah.
Also for the
Oh, she's
tribe-worthy news and cues. I mean, karate
in
class.
karate
Oh,
class.
you're
Oh,
multitasking, lady. But anyways, in the tribe-worthy news and cues segment of our shows, we really want to share with we're gonna like hang loose for a little bit, share what's our updates, just like we just shared about the Momentum Tribe, about the show, about the platform. So some of the things that you might hear in the near future is what Kim and I are probably working on. So what are you working on right now, Kim? I mean, what's going on in your life? I know you've
oh
got
my
this all
God! Like
dramas,
y'all,
like
please, if
soap
there's any more
operas.
drama, I'm gonna be bigger than Kim Kardashian. Jesus. No, life balance is a thing right now,
There you
but
go. She starts with the life
enjoying the
balance.
summer. Yeah, and life balance. Like, yeah, mom is making money, so that's always nice. But life balance is a beautiful thing. Focusing on enjoying what's rest of the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and really going to be working, as if you know, because you're helping me with it. I'm
Yep.
really going back to my roots, my marketing roots,
Mm-hmm.
and clarifying my message and my newfound self-esteem and awareness.
Mm-hmm.
As Zeph always said, elevate. Elevate. There's been a major elevation here at the Success Genie Land in the bottle, and
Oh.
my new clients that I've had for the past 5 months have really reminded me of how great I am, and to see them transforming and doing what no one thought they could do is really made me go, I got to get myself out there. People need to hear from me.
Yeah.
But like I tell you guys, my basket's kind of clunky. It's not really comfy. It's not inviting. So going back to stripping everything down and really making it, everyone says I have a lot of content and I have so much, but it's overwhelming. So
Yeah.
we're going to be going through a streamlining process.
And I think this is a great time of the year to do it. Like we talked about this, and one of the things I've been doing, in fact, right, we talk about recalibration, and what I've been doing, folks, is because I'm not saying that I'm complaining about it. I have growth. Let's just say I have growth in my business, and now I'm having to play catch up with growth, just like Kim, because you have to get your ducks in order, and for me, I have to figure out a way now, like, okay, how do I manage this growth? And one of the things, especially in this fourth quarter, because I can promise you from past experiences, before you know it, it's going to be 2017, and you're gonna go
Yeah.
like, what happened to my fourth quarter? And this is the great time, and this is the excuse that I hear from people. Like we talk about this in our past show, Kim. We say, oh, people are complaining the summer, people are not buying, people are not doing anything. You know what? That's so wrong. And many of the entrepreneurs,
Oh
the
no.
high
Yeah.
performers, this is the time they go back, take a look at their processes, they take a look at their systems, and then recalibrate and build systems that can make them money in the
Yeah, no,
quarter.
absolutely. And you have to
Yes.
think of where you're going. I'm already starting. I can't believe it. I'm looking at the first quarter of 2017. Clients have said, we need to do this. And I'm like, okay, that's February. I'm like, oh God, it's February. I better get started on that. So
Exactly.
yeah, and it's all about, if you want to build the money mindset, and where you put money to work for you rather than you working so hard for it,
Mm.
it's all about systems, guys.
Yep.
Yeah. Like for me now, I could never even emotionally have this conversation with anybody, never mind put action a lot of my stuff that I used to do one-on-one is going digital.
Right.
I'm not leaving anyone behind. I'm just transferring. And what's so great about that is that's the first step for Success Genie and me to go from a great successful solopreneur, to a business model where people can experience the magic of Success Genie without the genie really being there.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's emotional. There's a lot of logistics to that, and there's a little bit of a money investment.
Yep.
But the return, and return isn't always monetary. The amount of people that I can reach will like exponentially explode. Mm-hmm. So that's a lot more value, and it creates our first passive income stream, mm-hmm. which is good for me. Mama likes to make mailbox money, and so do you. But I think the reason why we have this conversation today, guys, if it was just about the money, everyone would be doing it. It's about your beliefs. It's about facing your ugly dragons, the monsters under your bed, and elevating your self-esteem.
Boom.
You have to be willing to do all of that.
Yes, you have to know your
to get
why,
on the money
like
to get on the money train.
Yep. Just like you said, Catherine, you have to know your why.
Yep.
Okay, so let me just put that down. So that's what's Tribe-worthy news and cues. So we're gonna call that news and cues. I'm getting feedback. Is that me or you?
Is it there? Is that better?
Try that again. I still hear. Try to refresh, Kim. When you refresh, it'll come back automatically.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the segment we're calling the news and cues. The other show has its own name too, but we wanted to just bring great aspects, more fun into the conversation, and hopefully, much better, Kim.
Okay.
And continue to have great content for the show. We have a few more minutes here, and I do want to actually, because I put this question in there, so let's just do this. Kim, from the poll question, one of the questions that you have in there is how important is it for us to work with an outside person to develop our money mindset and strategy? Because I know some of us just work. In my
opinion, it doesn't matter. It's essential. If you're serious about creating your money mindset, you need someone who lives outside your box. Absolutely.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Mm-hmm.
Because blind spots. You can only see this way. There's stuff over here, there's stuff over here, and there's stuff over here that can totally transform your world, but all you can see is right here. And if you're dealing with money and you've got limiting beliefs, you only see this much.
Just like anything else in business, right? Even in marketing, like in copywriting, let's just for instance, right? Do copywriting, you think you're writing a great copy, and another person reads it and go like, I don't think so. Exactly like that. Yes.
Well, we all went to school. I mean, we all had to learn. We all had someone to teach us how to walk.
Yeah.
Someone to teach us how to talk. We had to learn whatever language we speak. Someone had to teach that to us. We didn't just open up a book and say, "I'm going to learn how to read." Well, some of us did, but you still had to figure it out. So, absolutely. If you're serious about growth in any area of your life, get somebody who is knowledgeable, is supportive, and can call you out on your stuff, because that's the real journey of money. Leaving your comfort zone, calling out your limiting beliefs. Yeah. And you can't do that by yourself. It's just not possible.
Exactly.
You can start with a book. People say, you can't think. I always say you can start with book, and information is great, but at some point that information needs to translate into action. And Catherine's at karate. You can read karate, or you can work with an instructor, and they can show you how it physically feels.
Yes.
To be in that pose.
Yes.
So,
exactly.
Yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Yay! Like anything else in life, folks, I think in order for us to grow and get better, and we just want to work with people who have done it better than us, who have probably failed more than us. They could just tell you, don't jump in that hole. But us being human, what do? We do jump in that hole.
In the hole. And if you want to make a lot of money, here's what I've learned the hard way. You better be prepared to lose a lot of money, because usually the ride is you lose it first and then you make it. So
exactly.
You have to be willing to deal with failure and know that it doesn't define you. It's a growth thing.
And then when you get when you go through the pain, that's when you go like, darn, I won't do this again. I'm gonna learn from the experience.
Yes,
and you start to stretch.
Yes.
Don't tell my Catherine, that's too funny. Oh, that don't tell my husband that. Oh, we won't.
He's already experiencing it, Catherine. He knows.
That's so funny.
When you're frustrated about where you are in life or where your money is, yeah, you're learning that lesson. You're just not showing up to it yet, but that's okay. Guys, I want to say to you, anything I say to you guys is not from like highbrow, like talking down to you.
Yeah.
It's actually looking up to you, looking up because I've learned this the hard way. You know, so when I share my experience with authority, or with attitude, people say, "Kim, you have such an attitude when you speak sometimes." I'm like, yes, it's called experience. Um, but, you know, it's just me sharing the learning. Everyone's going to learn what you have to learn when you need to learn, but sometimes you don't need to learn the exact same lesson as your friend because they already lived it. And that frees you up to learn new lessons.
Yep.
So, and part of money I've learned and I've been taught by the people who have a lot more of it than I do is you need to be willing to lose it to get it. The first couple times and that's one of the things I learned because I was so mortified that I let somebody steal this money from me, and I thought, oh, I have no value. And all my millionaire and even billionaire, I met a billionaire and he sat with me. He's like, come talk with me. He goes, Kim, we all lost it. He goes, none of us went in a straight arrow. Didn't go from nothing to a billionaire like this. He goes, I made money, I lost it, even at like billionaire status. I'm a baby billionaire now. He's like, and there was a time where I was like, he goes, if you're going to define yourself by how much money you've lost, he goes, you're not in the money game. He goes, you're not. And I thought, I was like, really? He's like, really? And I should know because I've got a bigger MasterCard, American Express than you. So you can trust what I'm saying. And it made the difference. It made the difference for me to hear that at that time. So if we are that for you, if you're hearing something that making you say, well, maybe I can take the next step. Maybe I can brush myself off, or, hey, I'm doing great, but there's something bigger I want, that even at my level, it's still scaring me. You just shake it off and you just go do it, and if you're making millions, go for the next level. Go for it. And if you're still trying to make your nickels work, let them go and watch them grow.
Catherine's saying people only think it's an attitude when it convicts them. That's so true. Well, we're just a few minutes away, but I just want to say thank you, Kim, for showing up, for being here. Whenever we do our shows, and for all of you
who's glad to be back.
I know I'm so excited to do this for the fall because we have something really great coming in October, folks. Just to kind of cue you in. So I know we're done with the news and cues, but we're just gonna clue you in a little bit. There's something happening in October, so stay tuned. Watch our shows because a lot of our content from all our Momentum Tribe Mojo shows will actually lead you to that event in October. So thank you all for watching. If you're watching this on replay, thank you. Be sure to share it out. You can still put your comment, questions. Go ahead, Kim.
I know, and just let us know what you liked about the show or what you'd like another show. Tell us what's on your mind.
Yep.
We're here. We have a lot of value, but we are connected to a lot of powerful people. So if there's a topic that you need to know about and we're not the best at it, one of the reasons why we started the Momentum Tribe is because we all are successful by our relationships. And when you're when you're networked, you never have to worry because you're only one person away of whatever you need. So we really would like to see engagement from you guys. Tell us what's going on in your world. Tell us what you need to go to the next level. And if it's not us, we'll go find the person and we'll bring them on the show.
Yep, absolutely. And that's exactly why we said, we're powering up the show with all the Momentum Tribers. We wanted to join our tribe, and that's the button down here, that green button. It says join our tribe for extras, exclusive, and more tips. And you know what? We're trying to get more people to do Facebook Live in our tribe because I really feel having the confidence to come on camera and start teaching, that's what gets you noticed. And I'm gonna drop in our Momentum Tribe website for all the show information. You can go there. It's bit.ly live. Learn everything. Learn about Kim, myself, and all the upcoming schedules. You can get it all there. All right, folks. Thank you, Catherine, for being here. Thank you, all of you in the live chat. Thank you for those watching on the replay. Just to cue you in, Kim, this will just end. It doesn't have like the blat where you just, it.
No problem. I gotta go.
All right.
I'm here on the other phone. phone, Kim.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye. See ya. Bye. All right. I'm going to stop. Bye, Kim.
Bye, honey. Bye.